What is up, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing today? Go ahead and use the chat box, guys. I'm going to be allowing people to unmute themselves if you guys wish to be unmuted. But let me get myself situated here and then we'll go ahead and get started. Make sure you guys have some really good questions to have your questions ready for me. Anything about Simplefx, anything about Forex, anything, that maybe you want me to clarify off some YouTube videos that you guys saw. I know many of you found me off of YouTube, which is really really awesome. A lot of my students signed up with me because of what they learned off of the YouTube videos that I put out, information that I put on there. So basically, for those of you that don't know, again, my name is Charlene. Okay, Forex trader. I've been trading for just under 2 years. Okay, um, I'm a price action scalper. Okay, I teach how to trade price action strictly without indicators. Okay, and I'm a big preacher, big advocator for teaching or trading without indicators because I feel like indicators are super super difficult to learn on their own, and then you have to learn how to apply them to your charts, blah blah blah. So it's a lot to go into. You know what I'm saying? So once I discovered scalping and I discovered price action without indicators, it definitely took my trading to the next level, guys. I'm telling you, before I understood how to read price action and trade without indicators, I was taking back to back to back to back to back L's in the market. Okay, because I would see something on the chart and the indicator would tell me to sell or buy, and I found myself lost. Okay, and I really didn't know what the hell I was doing. Okay, so before I jump into all that, let me give you guys some of you guys a backstory on myself, what I do, and stuff like that, that we guys can get an idea of who I am, and then we'll jump right into the questions. Okay, this webinar is going to be about an hour and a half. I don't want to make it too long, but I do want to get as many questions as I can answered, clarify a lot of things for some of you that are on here, and hopefully go from there. And you guys can, everybody can have a better idea of what they're getting themselves into when you're dealing with myself. Okay, my name is Charlene Cadet. I am 33 years old. I live in Miami, Florida. I've been trading for just under 2 years. I did start trading with IML. Okay, I was with IML for about four years. 4 years, 4 months. Wow, 4 years. Woo, 4 months. Okay, um, and it wasn't working for me. Okay, it didn't work out for me. I wasn't able to learn the things I wanted to learn with them. So I started looking at courses, and I am a student of Wall Street Academy from the famous Q Banks. And even with that course, that didn't do it for me. Okay, because his course taught mostly how to use his EMAs, Fibonacci and stuff like that. So obviously that didn't work for me. So once I was able to kind of transition away from that, I gave his course about 9 months. I studied his course for just under 9 months and never really found too much consistency with it. I did have a good run with it once, but that was like luck. Okay, ask me how I knew what I was doing at the time. I really had no idea. I was just kind of just going off dumb luck, and I was winning trades, and then that only lasts for so long. You know what I'm saying? So, I became a student of market fluidity with Mr. Raja Banks. Okay, Raja, he is my mentor. Love that guy to death. He taught me most of everything that I know right now, and he teaches price action. Price action. I don't even know how I really found him. I found him, I believe, from YouTube. I think I found him. And then I started following him, and then after that, I took his in person course that he had in Miami, and it was kind of it was like a almost like meant to be, you would say, because when I found him like a month later, he had an in-person course that he was having in Miami. And he doesn't really do a lot of in-persons, and he's Canadian. He's not Canadian, but he lives in Canada, and he doesn't come to Miami like that. So I signed up for his in-person, and I actually got the last spot that he had available for his in-person. He only takes 10 people in his in-person classes, and I actually was able to get the last spot. And 3 months after I took his in-person course, I saw a change in my trading, complete change. So I took everything he taught me, everything he teaches people, and put my own little spin to it. And then I said, you know what? There aren't a lot of female traders out there. There aren't a lot of people out there that help traders the way he does. So I said, if I ever get to the point where I become profitable and I know what I'm doing and I'm able to help other people who are in my position at one point, that's what I wanted to change. That is my driving force behind what I do. I like to help people that were in my position, because when I was struggling with my trading, Guys, let me tell you, I could not find anybody that would help me. Like, I had a mentor that I was with, that was helping me with the Wall Street course, and he's a Wall Street student also. But that style of trading, just, it didn't really click with me. I understood it to a certain extent, but not to the point where it got me to being consistent. So I couldn't find anybody. I would message people, people would ignore me. I was on YouTube all the time trying to find videos on how to understand topics that I didn't understand, trying to find strategies. I think I bought like 7 or 8 courses of different people online trying to learn how to do it. So I was determined, guys. I was determined to succeed at Forex because I knew it could be done. I saw too many people succeeding with it. And I was like, yo, there's nothing that these people have that's so special that I can't do it too. And that's what you guys got to tell yourselves. Like, no matter how much you struggle with it, you got to look at people like me, people like Q Banks, people like, Daniel Savage, Raul, Purple Woman, all of us. Like, none of us are geniuses. None of us are, we don't have no secret key to the market. There's no secret that people are holding close to their chest and they're not telling people they're making money, everybody else is losing. It's just simply learning, a specific strategy that works for you, and use that to like catapult you to where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little backstory basically on me. So I recently became consistent in the last 6 7 months, and ever since then I said, you know what, I'm at the level where I believe I'm able to help other people get to my level and beyond if I can. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I do what I do. I said, you know what, I want to get more exposure, I want to get myself out there some more, reach a bigger following. So I said, let me start doing YouTube videos was very difficult for me to start in the beginning because naturally I'm a kind of introvert. I'm not really out there like that. I'm kind of shy when you break it down. So doing that, I said, you know what? If I don't do this, then I'm not going to be able to reach as many people as I can. So I'm going to have to kind of step outside of my comfort zone. And when you think about that, Forex is stepping outside of many of our comfort zones because it's not anything that we're used to. It's not something we grew up learning about in school. Forex is new to a lot of us. Okay, guys, when you come in, just mute yourselves for me, please. Please mute yourselves when you come in. Okay. So when you come in, when you first learn about Forex, the first thing that attracts everybody to it is the money. Simple. That's it. They don't care about nothing else. It's just the money. They're like, oh, I could sit in front of my computer. I could look at my phone, look at a few charts, and map out some stuff and make money. I don't have to punch a clock. I don't have to listen to a boss. I don't have to drive in no traffic. I don't have to wear a uniform. I don't have to do none of that. Wow. And you can make unlimited money. Wow. Just by learning a simple skill. So a lot of us looked at that and we're like, that's what drew us into Forex. But then when you come into it and you learn all that's involved, now you start looking at it sideways, like, hold on. All right, this ain't working. This is a scam. This and that. And then you kind of like second guess yourself. You second guess things. And guys, let me tell you, anything in life that's worth having is worth fighting for, and it's not gonna come easy. It's not gonna come easy. You're gonna have to work your ass off. You're gonna have to sacrifice certain things. You're gonna have to step out of your comfort zone. You're gonna have to do things you don't want to do to get to where you want to be. So what I did for myself, I dedicated a year of my life to studying Forex, period. Everything I found, I studied. I was on the charts every day, y'all. And when I tell you every day, I'm not lying. I was on the charts every single day. Was I on the charts all day, every day? No. But I made sure every day I did something. I tried to learn something new. I tried to review something that would help me have one step closer to becoming successful with it. And that's what y'all have to do with Forex. Okay. Before we get into the questions, before we start talking about, brokers, risk management, this and that, pairs, this and that, before we get into anything Forex, period, you have to ask yourself, why do you want to do this? And do you have what it takes to do it? By me saying, do you have what it takes? It's just simply saying, do you want it bad enough? Because if you do, these are the things you're going to have to sacrifice. These are the things you're going to have to do, have to endure. You're going to have to be obligated to do things you don't want to do to get to where you want to be. And it's just that simple. It's not easy. It's not simple. Okay, my course is called Simple, but it's not easy. It's not easy at all. Forex is nothing easy. It is emotional. It will chew you up and spit you out if you let it. But if you get over those hurdles, you get over learning support and resistance, you get over learning, Fibonacci, you get over learning, how to use your indicators if you choose to use them. You get over all of the little intricate details that is involved in Forex. All you do is conquer them one by one by one. Then once you're able to understand all of it, you put all of it together, and I guarantee you, you're gonna have one big gigantic, delicious meal. I like to break it down in a analogy of like cooking, right? You want to make a nice dish, so you gotta have a bunch of different ingredients that you're gonna put in your dish to make a good meal, right? So you gotta learn how to add, how much of the ingredient to add, how much to add, what kind to add, what time to add, how high you want your heat. Put all of that together, and at the end of the session, you have yourself a good meal, which in turn is a really good trade. Okay, so that's basically what I wanted to say. How I wanted to kick off this webinar. I want to thank all of you for being on it today. It is going to be recorded, so I'm going to post it on YouTube a little later on today. So for those of you that can't stay for the whole thing, have questions that you want to ask that I may not be able to get to today, I'm definitely going to have it on there for everybody to have. Okay. So I really hope all of you have a lot of good questions for me. I'm going to be sharing my screen here shortly for everybody to we'll break out. We'll look at some charts. Anybody has questions about that, questions about my course. Okay. My course is currently $5.99 right now. Let me touch on this quickly. Okay. I get a lot of DMs and a lot of people asking me, Charlene, why is your course so expensive? Why is it $5.99? Okay. Listen to me. First of all, that isn't expensive in the grand scheme of things, because when you think about it, Forex takes time, okay, and it's very detailed with the things you have to know. So if you think about it, I have put all of the things that I have learned, I have put all of the mistakes that I've made in my past, everything that I have gone through, I put it in one nice box that's perfectly gift wrapped for you guys. And the things that I had to go through, the mistakes that I made along my journey, or many of them will be avoided by you buying my course, because I teach you the things that I learned along the way, so you don't have to go through those same things. You don't have to take the same big ass L's that I took on trades because I didn't know any better. I didn't know where to place my stop. I didn't know how to take a proper entry. I didn't know how to identify certain levels. These are all things that I go into in detail. Another reason why my course is as pricey, I think, as it is simply because I offer one-on-ones. How many mentors do y'all know offer one-on-ones? The mentors that I have did not offer that, except Raja, obviously. But even he doesn't offer them like that. So the one-on-ones are super valuable because you're going to need them. You're going to need them. Forex is so difficult to learn and to master that you almost need somebody to hold your hand to say, hey, this is how you do this. This is what you need to look for. This is how you do this. This is how you do that. Once you have somebody to help you see the market differently, you have somebody to help you navigate how to properly plan a trade idea, that is invaluable, guys. When you guys have a skill that's going to pay you for the rest of your life, you cannot put a dollar sign on that skill. You just cannot. Okay. So to answer everybody's questions, why is my course 599, 699, whatever it is simply because you're getting one-on-ones. Okay. If I took off the one-on-ones, then it wouldn't be as expensive as it is, as some of you say. To me, it's not expensive, but that's a matter of, opinion. Okay. So that's that right there. Okay. If you guys have questions and you want to unmute yourselves, just drop it in the chat box. I'll allow you guys to unmute yourselves. Just, I don't want people that's, just have background noise coming in, because it's gonna distract everybody. If you don't want to speak on the mic, just drop your question in the chat box, and then we'll go from there, and I'll try to get to as many of them as I can. Okay. Now, if you ask me something that is super, super intricate in detail and takes a while to explain, I'm either going to not explain it to you and say, hey, you need to get my course if you want to learn that, or I'm going to try to answer it the best way I can, and then get to, or the quickest way I can, to try to get to everybody else. Okay. So like I said, I want a lot of interaction, a lot of talk. I hope you guys have a lot of questions to ask, especially the ones that found me on YouTube. And then we'll go from there. Okay. First off, I just want to make sure, can everybody hear me okay? And can everybody see my camera okay? Just drop yeses in the chat box, or just so I can have a good idea. I don't want anybody to be like, oh no, I didn't hear, I didn't see, da, 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 da. And if I need to share my screen to show you guys anything, I will also verify with you guys first, if you guys could see my screen as well. Okay. Just give me 1 second here. Mm. Okay, give me 1 second. We'll get started. This thing wants to act up on me right now. Here we go. Okay. All right. Okay, perfect. All right, so let's get back to the questions, and then we'll go from there. get this on my way real quick. If I can get back to it. Here we go. Okay. All right, we're back in business here. Perfect. All right, so Kale Kelly's Garrett. Do you have any social platform to contact you on? I'm on Instagram at CharleneFX, and my business page is Simplefx Academy. And I am on Facebook, Charlene Cadet, but I don't really I'm not as active on Facebook. I am active in my Facebook private in the private group for my students, but not too much on Facebook like that anymore. I will start being more active on there, but not right now. Right now, mostly it's just Instagram. April says, invest with yourself. Okay. How long have you been doing this? Trading 2 years. Okay. Just under 2 years. Okay. And if you want to be unmuted to ask a question, just let me know. I think I allow you guys to unmute yourselves on here. Let me make sure so that everybody has an opportunity here. Security unmute. Yeah. So if you want to unmute yourself, you have the option to do that now. Okay. How do you manage learning Forex and having a full-time job? Any tips? Great question, April. Okay, so you would basically have to, time management is big. Okay, time management is big even after you're good at trading, because you have to structure your trading around your day job, around your day job in your life, because trading is not your main source of income yet. So with me, I just made time for it by cutting out other things that weren't important to me. Okay, so if I spent a lot of time, watching TV, or hanging out with friends, whatever, or even at the gym, if I was at the gym for 2 hours and I know I need to, get some study time in, then I would cut it down to 45 minutes, an hour, to make sure I get myself to, focus and put my priorities first. You know what I'm saying? It's all about priorities, getting your priorities straight. So if Forex it means a lot to you, then you're going to have to cut out other things that take up some of your time, so you can dedicate that time to Forex, so you don't, cut yourself short, because Forex you can't study it for one day, 1 hour, and just jump on it back and forth here and there. You have to dedicate time to it. You have to give it it's you have to respect Forex and give it the study time that it requires for you to be successful at it, because it's not something that you can just take for fun and just jump on it whenever you feel like it. Market conditions are always changing, strategies are always changing. There's so many different variables that come into play with Forex, so you kind of have to give it the respect that it requires, and give it the study time that it needs, and don't cheat yourself. You're only cheating yourself when you don't give it what it requires for you to be successful. Or if you really want it bad enough, you're going to study so you can pass and get to the level you want to be. But if not, you're going to play around with it. You're going to end up just blowing accounts out back to back to back. So that's pretty much it. Okay. So great question with that. Um, um, did you mix Raja and Q strategies together? No, those are two totally different strategies. You can't trade them the same way, because Raja is price action strictly, and Q is off of indicators. Do you preach quarter levels in your course? Yes, I do. I do have that in my course. I use them religiously. So yes, they are in my course. It's an advanced topic, but it is in my course. Would you say intuition plays a big role? How has your intuition changed? Intuition, not so much. Not in trading. In trading, trading is it's not black and white, but it's not gray either. Trading is simply a game of probabilities. That's it. What's the probability of this happening if this and this happens? That's what trading is. So, is it off intuition? No, you don't have no intuition when it comes to trading. Intuition a lot of time is based off emotion as well. You can't go off that in trading. Also, you kind of have to go off to make trading like business. You know how somebody says it's not personal, it's just business. That's simply what trading. How you have to what you have to equate to trading is that it's just business. When the market takes your money, it's just business. When it gives you money, it's just business. You know what I'm saying? So you have to look at it from that vantage point. You can't go off intuition. It has nothing to do with intuition at all. Can you give us a description of your one-on-one session? My one-on-one session is simple. You get online with me and you tell me what you have issues with, and we go over it. That's it. There's nothing complicated. There's no, tricks or hoops you got to jump through. None of that. You say, hey, Charlene, I've been studying this. I'm having a hard time with this. Can you help me with this? Okay. If I deem that whatever question that you have is not answered properly, or you just need more clarification on it, then we talk about it. But other than that, there's nothing complicated about it. You asked me for help and I gave it to you. That's it. I take time out of my day and I give it to you. However much time you need, whatever we want to go over, I dedicate that time to you. I schedule you. We go over what day and time is available for both of us, and then we schedule a time, and then we meet up and we talk about your issues, and we go from there. Never had any students be unhappy with my one-on-ones. My one-on-ones are based off whatever their issues are. You tell me, hey Charlene, I'm having issues with entries. Can you help me with this? I'm having issues with this. Can you help me with this? This is what's been happening to me when I see this. Can you help me break down this pair with this? Whatever your issue is, I help you with it. But I make sure that you've given enough time to the course first. Don't have people buy my course and in 2 weeks be like, oh, I need a one-on-one. No, you don't need a one-on-one. You need to study some more. You need to know what you're doing first and actually apply it, because you can't learn Forex in a day, a week, a month, none of that. It takes time. All of this takes time. It's all about trial and error. That's it. As a paying client, how many are you entitled to? What kind of time do you spend with the individual? Like I said, as much time as you need on the one-on-one. But schedule it with you, and we go from there. I make sure I don't have anything else on my schedule for that day or that time period, and I make sure that you go through it. And it's unlimited. There's no specific amount of one-on-ones. You just however many you need. Also, do you allow trades to be copied? No, that's giving signals. I don't do that. Um, how come you haven't quit your job? Because I'm not ready to yet. I have other things that I have other plans that I have in the works, and I don't need to quit my job. Hasn't gotten in the way of my business, so why should I quit? As a beginner, what should I focus on primarily? Focus on primarily learning the basics. Learn the basics of Forex, learn the terminology, understand how to use MetaTrader, start studying price action, market structure, um, find out what kind of trader you want to be. Or you want to be a swing trader, intraday, a scalper. All these things are important to get off the bat, off rip, and then you go from there. In these trade groups, it's so much going on. I can't focus on becoming successful. Trade groups. If you're an IML, I mean, I don't know, talk to your mentor and see if they can help you, if you can give you the kind of help that you need. Because I did a one-on-one with a young lady just last week, and she was currently in IML, and she didn't know anything. What I went through with her is like, I helped her a little bit, but yeah, you have to find the right person to get you where you want to be trading wise. So Amy says, how did you eventually realize that you only want to trade the pairs that you do? Was it a trial and error? Yes, it's trial and error. And the pairs that you trade have to be pairs that move in sessions that you trade relative to your schedule. I know that I'm available to trade during London session, during New York session, and on occasion some Asian sessions. So if I got to pick pairs that I know move during those sessions and study those pairs and master those pairs, and then go from there. You can master any pair you like. It's all about studying the pair day in and day out in that session that it moves, understanding what it does, and then just repeating what you see it do day in and day out. The market is a creature of habit, right? It does the same thing over and over and over again. So basically what you have to do is study that pair, study it in that session, because you can study GJ and say, okay, I'm gonna study GJ during Asian session, but GJ doesn't move the same way in Asian as it does in New York or as it does in London. What you have to do is focus on one pair, focus on that one pair during one session, and learn how it moves in that session. Find the same moves over and over and over again. Find the same setups, find the same confirmations. Look for the same things over and over and over again. Follow your rules, be disciplined in what you're looking for. And that's how you master a pair. That is how you master a pair. You can master any pair you like. It's just a matter of studying it, period. So yeah, and it is trial and error. You study it, you try, you see this, you see that. Okay, this didn't work. Oh wait, this works over and over. This works 9 times out of 10. This only works 2 times out of 10. Now I know what I got to do. I got to go with the one that works 9 times out of 10. Forex is trial and error, period. Janae says, should I close my trades ahead of important news? What are the best Forex news websites? Forex Factory is a good news website. And MyFX Book, I've heard, is a good site as well. Rutgers is a good site. Yahoo Finance is a very good site to hear about news. But the main one you want to look at is Forex Factory. Okay, we can go here to Forex Factory. And basically, guys, you want to look for, go to calendar, okay, calendar at the top, and then you'll see the date, today's date, you'll see, and then you'll see the time, okay. Yellow folders are low impact news, okay, you don't have to worry about too much about that, okay. Red folders are high impact news, so you want to stay out of the market for those times. And orange is like medium. Orange is pretty much hand in hand with yellow. It's really not a big deal. It's the red folders you have to be cognizant of, because those is when high impact news come in the market. So Bank of Canada monetary policy report, okay. um and they don't even have a prediction for it over here. Over here are like predictions. So this is what they forecasted, this is what it actually is, and this is what happened the last time these news came out. So you have to kind of study it. You can click on the file and see what, and you read through it and see what it says, but really you want to look at the color of the folder, the pair, okay. So it's Canadian pairs, USD pairs, GBP pairs, JPY and ZD. So you look at if it's your pair, what time is the news coming out, and what color is the folder, okay. So yellow folder is low impact, orange is medium impact, and red is high impact news. The rule of thumb for news basically is to stay away from the market an hour before the news comes out and an hour after the news comes out. So if you're able to sit on your hands for until that happens, then you're good to go. You can choose to trade news if you like. It's just very, very risky to do that. I don't recommend new traders do that. More experienced traders trade news. Even I don't trade news all the time, because it's just much of a risk. And if I do decide to trade it, I just reduce my risk as much as I can, so that I don't take too big of a hit if the trade doesn't go in my direction. Okay, so you just want to be constant in that. But if you're a new trader, I would stay away from news. Just first thing I do in the morning when I come to my chart is I open up Forest Factory and I just see, are there any pairs, or is there any news coming out affecting my pair? That's it. So yeah. So where was I here? So yeah, if you're in a trade before news or after news, yeah, you should probably close it. You could leave it open and just put it at break even, just in case it doesn't go your way, you don't lose anything. But if it does go your way, you can make a little bit more on your money. So if you're in profit, just put it at break even or stop profit and let it ride. See what happens. But if you want to just be on the cautious side, on the safe side, just close out where you are and then just look for a different entry after the news is done. April Michelle. What percentage should I keep free at margin level? Sometimes my trade can handle pullback. Sometimes I'm pushed out. Is this related? Yes, your margin is related to the size of your account. If you ever mark full margin in your account, that is bad. You are over leveraging, or you're holding your trade too long, and this mute your account, mute yourselves, guys. Thank you. Um, if you are full margining your account, you're that's bad. Okay, that means the trade is not going your way. You're losing money like quickly. You should close out. Okay, and you probably either held your trade too long or you're over leveraging too much on your account. Okay. Um, Typically the size of your account, you want to trade between 1 and 2%. I tell a lot of people I don't usually go off percentages. I go mostly off dollar amounts. Okay, so if you have let's say a $300 account, you don't want to risk more than a few dollars a trade. If you I gotta mute you guys here because somebody, hold on, guys. Sorry, guys. Somebody doesn't know how to mute themselves here. I have to mute everybody because people don't know how to mute themselves. Okay. All right. So yeah, if you're margining your account, that's bad. Okay. So basically, risk management. If you have $300 account, $300, $500 in your account, you don't want to risk more than a few dollars a trade. Okay, because you're gonna end up blowing your account quickly, and it depends on your leverage as well. What leverage does your broker offer you that allows you the size trades that you can take, the specific lot sizes that you can take on your account? You know what I'm saying? So don't ever uh full margin your account. Watch your margin levels and just be cognizant of the size of your trades that you're taking, and make sure that you're not over leveraging, because over leveraging is just bad either way. It's too risky within the market, and it's just unless you're an experienced trader, I wouldn't recommend doing that. Um, Tyron Wilson says, "What exactly is IML?" You can Google it, man. It's just a MLM company based on Forex. Um, yeah. Stay away. Uh, kind of wish I didn't join. Small account didn't help. Basically, educational tax MLM. Yeah. How did you get over psychological barriers before becoming consistent? Um, I just how did I psychological barriers? I mean, I'm not sure how to answer that because it was just more just fortitude, just kind of sticking with it. But as you learn more about what you're doing, the psychology of it isn't as bad. It's not as bad because you're not as clueless as you were before. So now it's easier to it's a lot less stressful to look at the markets when you know what you're looking for, if that makes sense. If you know this is what I'm looking for to happen, this is what I'm waiting for, I'm looking for this sign, or I see this over here. If you have a lot more education of what you're looking at and you're able to see the charts in a new way, it's a lot less stressful. Most all experienced traders, we're not stressed out when we come to the chart. We don't come in like, man, am I going to be able to find a trade today? Man, I don't see this, or I don't see that. I'm looking at the charts and my time frames aren't correlating, or we're not stressed out. Trading is not a job. It's not a problem. It's not nerve wracking. It's not nothing because we know what we're doing because we know what to look for. We know how to trade the market, how to navigate a chart and say, all right, if I see ABC, I know I'm looking for DEF. That's it. So psychologically, those barriers are brought down and down and down when you up your knowledge of how to actually navigate the market. Once you know what you're doing and you know what you look for, all of that goes out the window. You're not even nervous. You're not nervous about executing on a trade because most of us like execute on a trade and your heart's beating fast. You're nervous. You don't know if you should hit buy or sell. You're freaking out because you don't know what to do. That's because you don't know any better. You're not educated enough. But once you know and you see this, if I see ABC, oh no, I'm executing because I know DEF is around the corner. So I know I'm ready to catch that move as soon as it happens because I'm number one, I've seen it happen a million times. Number two, I'm confident in the things that I know. I'm confident in my studies. I'm confident in the demo trades that I took and the setups that I took. I've saved my trades. I know I've seen this move happen a million times. I know it should happen again. You know what I'm saying? So the more you learn about the market, the more you learn how to see the charts, the less psychological, barriers that you have in your mind about actually trading. Um, I'm definitely gonna try and become your mentee because I can see you're strictly business. Yeah, I try to be. I like to have fun too. Not always business. Try to have fun too. Um, can we make? Couldn't we make money either way, even if the news is bad? Since we buy and sell or make okay, it makes sense. Sometimes I have too many trades happening at once. Um, April, if you have too many trades going on at once, you're either over trading or over leveraging, my dear. It's not a good thing to do. And when you say, can you make money either way, even if the news is good or bad? Yeah, you can if you predict it properly. But if you don't, you're gambling. You're gambling. So is that a good idea to gamble with money? No, no one likes to lose money. Most likely when you gamble, you lose. Why? Because the house always wins. Forex is like the casino. Casino, you stay in there long enough, you're gonna lose all your money. You might win here and there. You might win. You might rack up a nice bag. But the longer you stay inside that casino, the higher the chance are that you're gonna walk out with your pockets inside out. Okay. Same way with the Forex market. Okay. That's why I'm a scalper. I'm in and out, get my money and I get out. The market is not your friend. The market is not here to pay your bills, to help you with your car note, help you pay your rent, give you some money to go pop bottles at the club. No, the market is there to take your money. We are retail traders, meaning we are going up against the big boys. We're going up against the banks, the institutions, the hedge funds. All of these people have billions and billions and billions and trillions of dollars inside the market. The accounts that they trade with, we could not hold a candle to those accounts. Okay. So the market doesn't give a shit about your little 500, 2,000, 3,000, $200 account. When you sit there and you think, oh, the market is against me, I put in a trade, it came, hit my stop, and then it went in my direction. The market is watching me. It's not. It's not. You're just wrong. Your analysis was just wrong. You just suck. Okay. So what do you have to do? You got to take a step back. You got to study that move, find out why you lost, and then find out how to catch that same move again so that you can win the trade the second time around, or the third, or the fourth, or the fifth time. Okay. So you cannot look at trading as a gamble. You can't just put your money in, take a trade, and hit buy and sell, and just hope that one of them goes in your direction. It will, but it's gonna eat up your account the other way too. Okay, so you have to look at the market from that point of view. Understand that every move is calculated. Nothing is random. Nothing is random in the market. Everything is calculated. It knows what it's gonna do before you do. That's why they say the market is your friend. The trend is your friend. Yeah, because you want to trade with it, not against it. You want to try to make money with the boys, not against them. Because when you make money, somebody lost money. Okay, how you gotta look at it. So don't trade news. Okay, if you're new, just don't trade news. And if you have a lot of trades opening, you're over trading, and you're gonna end up losing a lot of your account if you keep doing that. Um, as someone who is experienced, where should I go to get useful information? I mean, get yourself a mentor. You can go to YouTube. You got Baby Pips. The internet is vast. Okay, it's vast. Internet has several resources for you to find what you need to find on with trading. When I was studying how to trade, I was on Google, I was on YouTube, I was on Yahoo, I was on anything I could find. I was looking at it. Every strategy that was out there, I was trying to find it. I was trying to find everything I could of on there, and eventually I found it. So you just gotta keep looking. I'll have a great day, then keep going and blow my account. Yep, because you're overtrading. So stop overtrading. Take one or two trades and call it a day. Um, what are your favorite currency pairs, and what do you think of EU? EU is a good pair. It's a very good pair for beginners. I used to trade that pair, only because it's kind of a um, it respects technicals, and the spread is super low. It's like half a pip, not even on that pair. So it's really good spread wise. And my favorite pairs are GJ, and GA. Those are my favorite two pairs. And I like them because they move several thousand pips a day. They respect technicals, and those pairs used to kick my ass when I first started trading. And I made a promise to myself that I would master one of these pairs that was beating my ass when I was trading, and now I have. So, haha. So yeah, so you guys are asking some great questions there. Great questions. But that is the last of it. So if you guys have any more questions, go ahead and throw them out here. Uh, is there one indicator that you use? No indicators. No indicators. No indicators. I do not use any indicators. And April, no, I do not offer signals. Sorry, I don't offer signals. Who's your broker? If you can answer that, I trade. My broker with Traders Way and Hugo's Way. Traders Way and Hugo's Way are my brokers currently right now. What kept you in the market? What do you mean exactly? I'm not sure what you mean by that. After losing, just determination to succeed at it. I really wanted to be good at something, and at the time, I really had issues with my job, and I just said to myself, I want to have a plan B. Want to have a plan B just in case anything happens. So, do you do Zoom calls like when you trade? Yeah, I do have a couple. I do a couple of them. Yeah, I haven't done one. Haven't done a few lately, but I do them. Yes. What prop firm would you recommend for a trader without funds? Funding Talent is a good one. Funding Talent is a good company. I don't recommend FTMO, but yeah, Funding Talent is a good one. Yeah. You guys are talking to each other in the chat. Okay. Cool. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Do you teach supply and demand, liquidity, or market makers method? No, I don't. Supply and demand is pretty much the same as support and resistance. So I don't really see a difference in that. Liquidity, not so much. And I'm not familiar with the market makers method. I'm not sure what that is. Funding talent has some crazy rules. Can't keep up any other apart from FTMO, of course. No, I actually don't know any other ones. That's the only two that I know of. FTMO, I did try, and funding talent, I've never actually tried it, but I know the people who are behind it, and supposedly I've heard some good things about it. So yeah. And the course discount only for tonight. The course discount will be from tonight into Friday. Friday at midnight. That will be the end of the discount. Is the course discount available for tonight? Yes, yes, it is. It is available for tonight. I'll be dropping the code shortly here. How much is your course on any other day? Right now, it's regular price, but after I drop the discount code, put it in the website and see what it comes down to. Pretty good deal, if you ask me. What time frame is your bigger picture? Daily, weekly, daily and weekly for sure. Can't go wrong with daily and weekly. Well, daily and 4 hour, obviously. Weekly, yeah, you can use weekly for bigger. I have to get more clarity on the chart, but you definitely want to look at your 4 hour, and your dailies. Those are your best ones. Those are your best ones to go with. What about confirmation? What time frame? I mean, whatever time frame you enter on. I enter off of the 15-minute or the 30-minute. So I look for my confirmation on those time frames. And then I base those entries off of what I saw on my higher time frame. That's it. Easy peasy. Because guys, entries is probably one of the hardest topics to master in trading because your entry is everything. You know what I'm saying? If you have the wrong entry on a trade, your bias could be right. But if your entry is trash, then you're not going to win the trade. It's just like it's people that say, I entered the trade and, it hit my stop and then it went into my direction, the intended direction that I thought it was going to go in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I was right because my entry was messed up. So having the right entry is more, I would say, having the right entry and the right bias is more important than anything because if you have the wrong entry, your whole trade is done before it even starts. Before the move even starts, you're already out of the trade. You know what I'm saying? And that's the worst. That is the worst when you're taking trades. It's like shit. You know, I was right. I just entered too early, or I entered too late. I got in on a retracement, and now I hit my stop, or my stop was too tight. I didn't give the trade enough time to breathe. You know what I'm saying? So entries are everything, 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 everything. And that was one of my biggest issues when I first started trading. But when you know what to look for, entries aren't an issue. They're not an issue for you when you know what to look for. So what's your ratio when entering a trade? I'm a scalper, so my ratios are usually 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, something like that. If I'm trying to catch an intraday or a swing trade, a little more, but for the most part, 1 to 1, 1 to 2. What's your ratio? Or did you have an aha moment? Um, my aha moment was when I upped my lot size and I wasn't afraid of the trade being wrong. That was my aha moment. I mean, when I started getting consistent wins off of my smaller lots, and I said, okay, you know what? How do I know if I'm ready to if I'm doing as good as I think I am? How do you know that? You raise your risk. You raise your risk. You raise what you raise your risk basically. And if you're able to take that mentally and to watch the trade play out and be confident in the setup, that's when your aha moment is like, yeah, okay, I'm good now. I'm good. How long did you trade demo? I didn't trade demo that long because when I first started trading, I went live like immediately. Like I didn't even go demo when I first started trading. Like when I was with IML, I don't think I ever traded demo. Everything I did was live, and I blew my account in like 2 weeks with that. But I only traded demo when I was with Wall Street. But when I switched over to my other mentor after that, um, and I wasn't even really trading at that point demo. I was doing like paper trades, and once my paper trades were playing out as well, I went straight back to live. I just used really small lots because that's how I was able to gauge how I was doing. Because when you're trading demo, it's not the same. It's just not the same. Like my mentor told me, I don't want you trading demo. I want you to go live. Just use really small lots because going live is real money. So the emotion is different. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be the same going demo. So you have to trade live for you to get the real feeling of what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So with that, it was more, I was just trading live, just small, tiny, tiny, tiny lots. Then once I started seeing a lot more blues than reds, then I started, okay, I'm able to up, 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 up. And that's when I was able to and sticking to my discipline, sticking to my trading plan. You know, I go over having a trading plan. Sticking to that is important as well. You know, how many trades do you take per session or per day? Like 1 to 2, but I usually do multiple orders. I do between 1 to like 4 orders on a trade mostly. Sometimes I, on one time I did like 6 orders on a trade once. Um, the other time I did like 9, 10, but that's mostly on like intraday swing trades when I'm trying to catch a big move. I'll scale into the order to try to make more money off of it. But mostly it's like 1 to 2. I haven't done one order in a long time. Mostly like 2 orders per trade. And I'll probably do 1 to 2 trades per session. So if I trade, let's say I trade New York and I trade Asian, that'll be 2 trades, but really 4 orders because I'll take 2 orders on each trade so I can capitalize more on my risk. The only downside to that is, if I take a loss, I take like double the loss. But that's how you manage your trade. You manage your losses. You don't over leverage. And if you feel like the trade isn't going your way, just close a percentage of it. Um, how long were you on demo, or how long did it take you to go live? Like I said, I started live right away. I wasn't on demo very long. I am on demo for with my Hugo's Way now because I'm testing out a strategy of on our US 30. So I have taken some US 30, a lot of US 30 trades live, but I'm also, when I'm not sure about the trade, I take it on demo. And once I get that strategy down, I have a good consistent win ratio with it, then I'll be releasing it. But for now, it's still in the beta phase. Um, how many trades you take? Your prediction on Forex after the election? I'm hearing that Trump is supposed to win. That's the talk right now. And last year, the last election we had, which when Trump won, gold skyrocketed, US 30 dumped. So they're talking about the same thing happening again this year. But then again, last year, everybody said Hillary was going to win. Everybody said Hillary was running away with it, and out of nowhere, Trump won. So I'm pretty sure Trump is going to win again. I mean, they're both clowns when you think about it. But I'm pretty sure Trump might win again. But either way, I'm not trading on that day at all. Um, will the US 30 be separate from the course you currently offer? Yeah, it'll be separate. It's not going to be the same. It'll be separate. Best to take US 30 when fundamental. I don't understand that question. Can you clarify that question for me? I don't really understand it too much. Mute yourselves, guys. Please mute yourselves. People don't know how to mute themselves, guys. Mute, 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 mute. That's it. Just mute. But I turned it off, so we're good to go now. Thank you for answering questions. You're welcome. What inspired you to get into Forex? 84432. Um, what inspired me to get into Forex? I don't know. I was just introduced to it, and then it just kind of piqued my interest, and I just went from there. I don't know. I came across it like 7 years ago. A friend of mine was like introduced me to it. But he like told me like you need to like 5 grand to get started, something like that. It was a long time ago. An old friend of mine that I've known for several years told me about it, and at the time I was like, I don't have no 5 grand to get started in no company. I don't even know what this is, whatever. So I just kind of tossed it to the side, and that was actually the IML that he was a part of. And then I came across it again like a year later through another friend of mine, and then that's how I came across it. And then from there, it just you know piqued my interest, and I just wanted to learn how to do it. I wanted to learn how to read a chart. I like to challenge myself. So I just said, this seems like a really tough thing to learn, and I just wanted to see if I could do it, if I could learn how to do it, and worked out. So not bad. So um do you have an end goal with trading, like a goal you're working toward? Just try to help as many people as I can. um I want to get to a point where I don't have to trade anymore. um yeah, I just want to get to a point where I don't have to trade anymore. I have my other businesses bringing in money, and I could just focus on other things, and I only trade when I want to trade. So pretty much, yeah. What sessions do I trade? I trade all three. I trade New York, Asian, and London when I can, when I find the time. I like all three. My pairs move in all three of those sessions. So, oh, yeah, guys. So, getting into Simplefx, what my course is. Basically, again, my course goes into price action. My course is good for beginners, intermediate, and experienced traders. I go into from like beginning, like kindergarten stuff, onto college level type stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I throw things at you. I add things to the course. I have the live webinars that I do, the live trades that I do. My course, I've heard that some people say that my course is very easy to understand. It is the way that I explain it, the way that I teach the material. It's like I like to call my course Forex for Dummies. Like that's what it is. It's Forex. It's price action for dummies. Okay, so if you couldn't understand what you were doing before, my teaching style may work for you because the way I explain it is enough for anybody to understand. Okay, and not to mention, um, I pretty much dumb it down to the point where if you can't understand my course and the way I explain it to you, then I don't know, trading may not be for you. Okay, because that's how simple and easy that I make it. So I don't want anybody to I the fact that I don't focus on indicators is big, okay? Because a lot of people that get my course are like, "Oh, you know, there's no indicator, there's no Fibonacci, there's no EMA, there's no this, there's no that." Most courses are very long, very, detailed with a lot of shit on indicators. You know what I'm saying? I think I bought one course where I'm not going to say who it was, but this guy had four different sections on how to use Fibonacci, and each four of the sections had like four subsections in it, and it was all on how to use Fibonacci. And I'm just like scratching my head, like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like all this. So a lot of courses that focus on indicators are very big courses, very full courses, but my course is simple. I get to the point on what you have to learn how to do. I tell you exactly what to look for. There's no guessing about it. There's no, oh, I explained this, but maybe if this happens, then this is no, 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 no. I tell you exactly what to look for, exactly how to execute on a trade. And if you see this, then do this. If you don't see this, then do this. You know what I'm saying? That is the kind of course that I wish I found in the beginning. Would have saved me a shit ton of money on courses before. And yeah, it is for a lifetime. It's no monthly or nothing like that. It's one time per cost. That's it. Okay. So I hated that. I hated the fact that they put so much shit in the course, and by the time you got to the middle of the course, you already forgot everything you possibly learned in the beginning. So then you're going back and you're studying it again, and you're looking at this or looking at that, and the person is talking in circles, and it's just frustrating. It's frustrating. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like I wanted to provide something that I could not find. I wanted to solve a problem that I had when I first started trading. You know what I'm saying? So that's what my course entails. That's why I named it Simple FX, because I want people to understand. Like the name says it all. It's very simple. It's not easy, but it's very simple to understand how to trade and how to make a decent amount of money in these profits. That's it. In these markets. Um, can you show us what to look for and how to enter a trade? Yeah, in the course, track one. And I can show you how to do that in the course. Do you use Discord? No, I don't have Discord. I'm on strictly in Telegram and Facebook mostly. I don't. I've been asked to get on Discord, but it's just I don't want to be on any more platforms for people to message me on. I have too many that people hit me up on, and I'm checking. I'm trying to keep up with them and checking them and trying to get to as many people as I can and stuff. And it's a lot. So I don't want another platform for people to have to message me on and for me to have to check and get back to people. I don't have time for that. Nah. Telegram is fine. Facebook is fine. Instagram is fine. I'd rather students only message me on Facebook or Telegram. I don't want my students messaging me on a bunch of different platforms that, it's just too much. So I like to keep things very streamlined, very, very streamlined. So, uh, I will do a live session tomorrow. Tomorrow, New York session, I'll do a live trade session. So if any of you want to jump on that, you're more than willing to jump on that if you like. We'll be trading. It's gonna be early though. It's gonna be like a super early, like 5 in the morning into New York, something like that. Yeah. No, it's not gonna be on YouTube. It's I'll post it in the Telegram group, the link, and then you guys can just jump on it from there. Are you a strict mentor? What do you mean by strict? I don't crack any whips or nothing like that. I'm not slapping anybody with rulers or nothing. So I don't know what you mean by strict mentor. No, I'm not a strict mentor. I'm hard on my students when it comes to things. I don't like lazy students that want me to spoon feed them things. But no, I'm not a strict mentor. How would you describe yourself as a mentor? Friendly. I try to be as real as I can with what you're getting into yourself into with trading. Um, I like to be available to my students when I can be. But I'm also very blunt. Very, very blunt with the things that I say. If I feel like you're not doing something you're supposed to be doing, or if you're, trying to cut corners, or you just, I'll tell you straight up, like, hey, this is what you got to do. I had a student that asked me for a one-on-one, and she had the course for like a week, and I'm like, listen, how long have you had the course? Oh, a few days. I don't know what I need help with. I'm like, listen, don't waste my time like that. You know what I'm saying? You need to go through the whole course. You haven't even finished the course. Go through the course, find, actually study, actually put in the chart time, actually do the work you have to do. You know, Simplefx doesn't mean Charlene is going to hold your hand over the finish line. No, I give you the tools that you need, then you take it and you create your own masterpiece with it. I give you everything you need in the course, and there's nothing in there that there's nothing in the course that I don't do myself. Everything I do, I put in that course. Nothing is hidden. There's no secret. There's no none of that. Everything that I do, I sit on these charts, I do every single day. I put my own trading plan on my course. My trading plan that I strictly study from every day. Or not study from, but follow every day. So I'm not going to sugarcoat it or hide things from people and this. No, I give it to you how it is, and I tell you, hey, Charlene, I've been losing a lot. I've been doing this. Or well, let me see what you've been doing. Oh, well, I didn't do this. Why didn't you do it? I'm gonna ask you, why didn't you do it? Oh, well, most people don't have a response to that. I did a one-on-one with the lady the other day. She's not a student of mine, but I did a one-on-one with her, and I asked her, do you journal your trades? She said, yeah, I do. I said, okay, great. Pull up some of them and let's go over them and let me see what you did wrong. She go, start stuttering, and she asked me to hold on for a minute, and walked away for a minute or two, and then she came back and she's like, oh, I don't have it at the moment. That means you don't journal your trades. That means you don't have it, because if you had it, you would have it right there to show it to me. Everything that I do is for a reason. Everything that I show people is for a reason. That people ask me, well, Charlene, how did you get to where you are so quickly? First of all, I did everything my mentor told me to do because I'm a coachable and teachable person. Second of all, when you first come into trading, you don't know anything. You don't know shit. You don't know anything. You have to go off of what somebody is teaching you, somebody who's already been around the block. So if someone is saying to you, Charlene, journal your trades. Every single trade you take, you journal it, and then you review it one day a week. You go over every trade you took that week and you study it, win or lose. And if you journal your trades, I guarantee you will see a difference in your trading. So I started doing that. And guess what? I saw a difference in my trading. Why? Because I saved the trades that I saw. I saved the trades that I won and I lost. I identified what I saw, how I won that trade, what did I see. Then I trained my eyes to say, oh, this is what I saw. This is what happened. This is why I executed on it. So guess what? Next time when I see that move happen, I'm not going to be afraid to execute on it. I'm not going to be nervous. I'm going to be confident in it because I've seen it happen a million freaking times. To this day, I still journal my trades, win or lose. I journal my trades. I say, okay, why did I lose this trade? Or why did I win this trade? How many? I can look at my journal trade and tell you what days a week I often win on, what days a week I often lose on, what sessions do I often win on. All of these things are broken down statistics, analytics. These things are important for you to keep track of because that's how you measure how well you're doing. What do you need help with? I realized by journaling my trades, every Sunday I used to take an L. Every Sunday I used to every not every Sunday, but I used to have more losses on Sundays than anything. So I said to myself, you know what? If I keep trading on Sundays, I'm just gonna keep losing. This sucks. The market's not doing what I needed to do. So guess what? I said I'm not trading on Sundays anymore. I'm not trading on Sundays anymore. Why? Because the volume is very low. The market kind of reverses, does what it wants to do. It doesn't respect the things I'm doing most of the time. And my win percentage is very low. So guess what? On Sundays, I don't even look at the chart. I don't have my chart open at all. I don't give a shit what's happening on Sunday, what made a move, who did what did. I don't care. I don't care. I'm disciplined in that sense. I don't care. I do not trade on Sundays because my win percentage is very low. And I understood that. Understand that you don't have to trade every day. You don't have to trade every day. The one day that you don't trade is another day that you live to trade. I'll say that again. The one day that you don't trade is an extra day that you lived to trade. Because if you to feel like you have to trade and you have to force a trade and you took that trade and you lost, you now diminished your account to where you probably cannot take another trade the next day or the following day because you brought your account down to a low balance. Is it worth it? Was it worth it to force it? No. Especially if you force the trade and the next day you saw a surefire setup and you can't take the damn trade because you fucked up the day before. It's not worth it. Don't trade every day. Don't force yourself to take things don't force yourself to see things that aren't there. It's not worth it. The market ain't going nowhere. That's why I don't care when I close a trade out at 10, 15 pips and I see the trade fly up another 100 pips. I don't give a shit. You know why? Because the market is going to be here tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that. Those same moves that you just saw are going to happen again and again and again and again and again. You ain't missing nothing. You are not missing a damn thing. Tell yourself that. Tell yourself that every day. I ain't missing nothing. I'm not missing. I'm not going to be greedy on nothing. Guess what? It's going to be there tomorrow. That same move is going to happen again. I just got to be ready for it. I just got to be watching when it does happen, be ready to capitalize on it, and make sure I have a trading account ready to go when it does happen so I can make my money and get out of the market. I'm telling you guys, when you master trading and you start hitting them withdrawals and you start seeing $1,000, $2,000, $4,000, $10,000, $15,000 in your bank account start looking like a goddamn phone number. Let me tell you something. You will be glad you stuck through all the hard times. I promise you. And to know that you sat your ass in a chair in front of a computer screen and made that kind of money, you don't have to get up nowhere. You don't have to go sit in front of a panel or something. You don't have to talk to a boss. You don't have to turn in no assignments. You don't have to sit in your car and sit down in rush hour traffic. You don't have to wait 2 weeks for a paycheck. You don't even care about payday no more at your job. Ask me when was the last time I got paid at my job. I can't tell you. I don't remember when payday is at my job. I don't care. You don't need that. That is the freedom that Forex can provide you. And then what do? You take that money and you put it in something else that makes you money. You put in something else that makes you more money. You put in something else that makes you more money. Next thing you know, you have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 streams of income coming in. You don't even got to look at the charts if you don't want to, because you got money coming from over there, over here, over there, over there, behind you. You got so much money, you don't know what to do with it. I'm not saying I'm rich. I'm not saying I'm not trying to flex on nobody on here. You guys know I'm not like that. But I will give it to you raw. I'm giving it to y'all real. That is what Forex can do for you. That is what this skill can do for you. Learning from somebody else's mistakes can help you in your life. You see a dumbass go rob a bank because he didn't have a getaway car, you be like, oh, idiot. You didn't have a getaway car? You stupid. First of all, you shouldn't have robbed a bank in the first place. Well, if you're going to rob it, you need to have a getaway car. So guess what? If you ever think about robbing a bank, you're going to make sure, guess what? You have a getaway car, and a fast one. And you're going to make sure you park it 3 blocks down the road. You learn from other people's mistakes. You capitalize on that. You don't try to reinvent the wheel. Somebody's been there already. Somebody's already done it already. Been there, done that. I said if I wanted to be successful, I needed to follow somebody that was successful. I want to be a boss. I'm not going to follow somebody who's an employee somewhere. I'm going to follow the owner. I'm going to talk to the CEO. That's what you have to do. You got to tell yourself you want to be a boss. And you want to control your own life. And you have to have a motivating force behind you to push you to that level. You got to have something in your life that just wakes you up every day. And as soon as you wake up in the morning and your feet hit the floor, you got to be like, fuck this shit. Fuck that person. I'm not doing this shit no more. I want to take control of my own life. If you don't like your job, study more. You don't like your car, study more. You don't like the neighborhood you live in, study more. You don't like your husband or your wife or your kids, study more. Because the only way you change your life, change your circumstances, change your environment, it's your bank account. I'll tell you straight up. It's your mindset and your bank account. That's it. You change your mindset, you can change your bank account quick. Because the same way you can make $1 in the market is the same way you can make $1,000 in the market. Same way you can make 10,000 in the market. If you made $1 on a trade today, somebody made $1,000 off that same move. Somebody else made 100,000 off that same move. Somebody else made 200,000 off that move. Somebody else lost 500 on that move. It's all relative. It's all relative. That's it. Only difference in trading is your lot size. That's it. That is it. That's the only difference in trading. Your lot size. That's how you know you level up. It's your lot size. Because you know, shit. Can I get a $14 drawdown? Yeah, 14, that ain't nothing. I could lose 14 on a $1,000 account. But can you lose 300, 400 on a $1,000 account? Almost half your account on one trade. I could do that and not blink. Like, all right, I could lose that because I know I'm going to make it back. But if you don't know what you're doing, that's a big ass hit because you don't know how you're going to make that back. You playing off luck. Like, man, I'm going to hit buy and I really hope it goes up. Or I'm going to hit sell and I really hope it goes down. You're going to lose every time. I promise you. You're going to lose every time. So you just got to want it bad enough, man. For me, I'll tell you, my motivation was the fact that I wanted to one day leave my job because I don't want to be a cop for the next 20 years. Okay. Not to say I hate my job, but you know, the way things are right now, it's just not safe. And I have bigger things I want to do. I have more lives to change, more people to inspire. I have other things I want to do. That job can't give me that. You know, I didn't feel like I was respected at my job, and not by the people that I was policing, more by my coworkers, you know, my superiors. Okay. Looked at me like I wasn't shit. Right. Then I have my family. Right. Oh, Charlene always quits at things. She starts stuff. She doesn't finish it. You know, she's this, she's that. And I got no respect anywhere in life. I said, okay, what do I have to do to change that? How do I gain respect from people? How do I make people look at me and say, damn, she's doing something with herself. That girl's going places. It's unfortunate that I had to change my bank account to do that. But Forex is a skill that many people fail at. Imagine you succeed at it, right? A lot of people suck at Forex. A lot of people suck at trading, period. Options, stock, futures, any type of facet of trading. Most people fail at it. Imagine you are one of the good ones. People coming to you asking you for help, paying you all kind of money to sit down with you for 5 minutes just to help you, teach them what you do for 5 minutes every day. Can you imagine what that's like, guys? You got to see yourself like that. You got to put yourself on that level. And every last one of you on this webinar have it in you. Every last one of you. You know why? Because you're sitting right now listening to me. You could be doing something else right now. You could be doing whatever else. You could be anywhere in the world right now. Doing whatever else you got to be doing. But you're sitting here because you want better out of yourself. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Do I teach options and stocks in the course? No, I don't. I don't know. I don't know anything about options or stocks right now. Do I want to learn later on down the line? Absolutely. I'm going to find, I actually already have a mentor in mind that I want to pay me, or that I want to pay him to teach me his strategy. But that's not on my to-do list right now. It's not high on my to-do list right now because I'm still trying to master everything I can about Forex. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. A lot of things I want to do with trading, and I've only touched the tip of the iceberg right now. There's so much more I want to do. So no, I don't teach that. And if I did teach that, the course would be a whole lot more, a whole lot more than 500 or 600, whatever. I'd be forgetting how much I charge for it. All right, guys. Yeah, 30-minute candle though. Yeah, warrior cop. Yeah, I'm a cop. I am a cop. A cop in Miami. So yeah, will I be for much longer? No, I do plan on leaving very soon. Okay, guys. So do we have any more questions? Because we've been on for about an hour and a half now. So I'm gonna wrap it up. I don't want to keep this too long. I know y'all got lives to get back to. You know, some pips to catch in the market. I see a beautiful setup setting up here on GJ trying to push up bullish here. So here's a signal, guys. GJ might go back bullish, might continue up. Let's see what it's doing here. Let me go up to the 4 hour right quick. Oh yeah, she coming back up. She might be coming. She could be coming up to retrace and then come back down, but I don't know. Is it going up? Is it going down? Stay tuned to episode 2 to see. I don't know. We gonna see. We gonna see. We got this big wick rejection here. Okay. And yeah, GJ should be pushing up. And this hour candle has another half an hour left in it. Oh yeah, GJ might be coming up quick. So guys, that is it for the webinar today. You guys had some wonderful questions. Okay. Those of you that have been waiting, okay, for the discount code. The discount code is, what's the discount code again? Hold on one second. What's the discount code? I think I forgot it. Hold on. Tell you guys what it is right now. Yo, how I forget the discount code, dog? Wow, that's funny. You'll be like, this retard. How you forgot your own I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm tripping sometimes. Be like that sometimes. You know how it is. Hold on, guys. Hold up. Wait a minute. All right. Oh, okay. Here we go. Okay. A discount code is going to be LAST 2020. LAST 2020. That is the discount code, y'all. LAST 2020, the last discount of 2020. So LAST 2020. LAST 2020. It got capital. You capitalize it. Yeah, capitalize it because I got to capitalize in there. So yeah, last 2020. No space either. No space. Just last 2020. That's going to be the last discount of 2020, guys. Last one. Please try to get it. Please don't message me in 3-4 days. Charlene, when are you going to have another discount on the course? I'm not. All right. It's going to be last one. And then that's it. All my time is going to be going to my current students. And I'm going to be helping them catch pips in these markets. You feel me? So that's it for the webinar, guys. Thank you guys so much for attending. I will post this again on YouTube so you guys can have it to, review, watch, whatever, talk shit amongst each other. I don't give a shit. But thank you all for being on today. I really appreciate y'all being on. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I will be doing a live session tomorrow morning. I'll drop the link in the chat. And if y'all want to join me, catch some pips, y'all more than welcome. More than welcome, more than welcome. Okay. So I love you guys to death. Y'all have a good one. Do not trade on election day. Stay out of the market. And I'm gonna catch y'all on the next trade. Bye.